Good afternoon. Let's start off on the campaign trail, and as earlier mentioned, Jubilee is expected in Mombasa any minute now, and our reporter Francis Mtalaki is covering that for us. He's joining us live with an update. This just 5 days and 5 nights to the general polls. Good afternoon, Francis. What exactly are the people in Mombasa saying ahead of this particular campaign?
Akisa, this is Francis Ontomwa, and we are coming live from the Tononoka Grounds, where we are expecting the head of state, President UhuRuto Kenyatta, to be making his way here together with Deputy President William Ruto. And it's the final home stretch here, this being the last push for UhuRuto Kenyatta here in the coast region. This is the rally that they're describing as the mother of all rallies, and it is expected to be huge because we are seeing a lot of people actually starting to stream in here. The first rally that he's going to have here in the coast region will be in Kilifi County, and any moment you are told that he could start that particular meeting to address supporters, then he'll be stretching his way down here in Mombasa, and this is expected to be that mother of all rallies that, as we will be engaging here. One of the organizers here, Ananaya Mwaboza, who is the deputy, the running mate actually of Suleiman Shabal, the man who is gunning for the governorship of Mombasa here. Important is to say that UhuRuto Kenyatta and the Jubilee Brigade is down here to try and see whether they can stretch their mark from what they recorded in the last general election, and they will be here to target some 35% of the coastal vote here. This being one of those areas or regions that have been described as those that will give direction into how the presidential poll will be headed. And of course, what to expect here will be a charged of actually speech from the head of state here to talk about an array of issues, from the developmental issues that they have launched down here in the coast region, especially on the question of land. The head of state here has issued title deeds, so many of them that they say they are inching closer to finding the solution here. Although not comprehensively address the question of land here, it is quite a mark down here. And of course, there's several defections that we've witnessed, actually leaders moving from the opposition headed to the Jubilee. It's quite a clear indicator that Jubilee is making some ground here. But I want to engage here Ananaya Mwaboza, former Kisauni member of parliament and now the running mate of Suleiman Shabal, just to give us a bit of what to expect. Karibu sana, Bwana Mwaboza. We are expecting the head of state to be here. Perhaps what can you expect in terms of the messaging that will be brought here to the people of Mombasa?
First of all, the people of Mombasa County should understand that the major development areas which were conducted by the national government under the UhuRuto administration. One, to begin with the port, which is an economic aspect that most of the Mombasa people thrive on. 2 berths have been built. One has been opened, worth 600 million, to increase the capacity of 40 tons containers to be offloaded and for transit to be taken on transit. The Dongokundu bypass also is on its way to completion. We have the flyover from Changamwe roundabout to airport to assist the tourists or incoming people to Mombasa, to pave way for easing the traffic jam that we experience always. And then we have the street lighting within CBD of Mombasa, which was done and commissioned by His Excellency. We have the stormwater issue in Bamburi area, which he commissioned and opened. We have the Kongoya market, which is one of the largest markets in East and Central Africa, where the national government pumped in colossal sums, and some new stalls were built in terms of assisting the small traders within that market.
To cut you short, ultimately this contest will be decided on the 8th of August. But are you confident that you will make a better mark than you did in the last election?
Of course. Our competitors are nowhere to be seen. They are not conducting large rallies and selling out their policies. What they're doing is boardroom meetings, of which now we know very well they have nothing to sell to the people because there's nothing they have done for the last 4 years. There is no remarkable project worth 1 billion to count, just like the way national government has done, or similarly in other counties in the Republic of Kenya.
Well, thank you so much, Ananaya Mwaboza. There goes Ananaya Mwaboza, the running mate of Suleiman Shabal, of course, giving us an update on what to expect here in this particular rally. And as you can hear behind me already, there are crowds that are chanting here, of course, songs of praising UhuRuto Kenyatta, and they are quite elated here, of course, eagerly waiting for the head of state to arrive here. He will be arriving here at around 3 p.m., 4 p.m. time he'll be here, this being the very last attempt that he's making down here in the coast region. Quite significant from the Jubilee stalwarts here, who are saying that this should actually make some ground in terms of convincing the people of the coast region to vote for the Jubilee party. Back to you.
Francis, thank you.